Next up is Stacie Simms, who's asking, "Are you looking forward to Hanover Part 3? Not really, because Hanover Part 2 kind of disappointed me. Maybe it's a film I gotta see again, give it another shot, but I remember Hanover Part 2 sort of being like, yeah, they're kind of really redoing the same stuff a little too much now. But it could surprise me, but was not a big fan of Hanover Part 2. campkillyourself93 asks, "Are you a fan of Jackie Chan?" Yeah, I'm a big fan of Jackie Chan. I did review some of his. I don't know if they're still up though, but I know my favorite one is Operation Condor. But I was growing up when Rumble in the Bronx came out, and I really enjoyed Rumble in the Bronx. Really had a ball with it. And then saw Super Cop, which I love. I love Rumble in the Bronx. I love Super Cop. I remember time before, I think I said Rumble in the Bronx was my favorite. But now I think about it, I think maybe Operation Condor might be my favorite. I think it might be Operation Condor. But Rumble in the Bronx is up there. Super Cop is up there. Then there was later on where I found Police Story. Police Story is a very good one. Legend of Drunken Master is a really good one. And I like Rush Hour 1 and 2. So I've seen a lot of Jackie Chan films. I have a Jackie Chan collection on DVD. I think I showed in my DVD collection videos. Again, that's another one that I like to do a series of reviews on, but it's just a matter of time. Did you enjoy growing up on a farm? Yeah, because it was in the middle of nowhere. It was isolated. It was quiet. And it was fun. You could walk outside and be absolutely quiet. You're to yourself. And it was very nice. Um, so, yeah, I did enjoy it. Uh, it was a farm that, didn't have animals except, pets, like cats. But other than that, yeah, it was very quiet, very peaceful. You really see the stars out at night on the farm. So it was really nice. James Thames asks, "What plans do you have for 2013? Hopefully to stay alive." I don't really have plans. It just depends on what happens. Like this Q&A, I didn't know there would be so many. So just see what happens. Have you ever thought about doing video game reviews? No, because I don't really have great capturing to capture video game footage. The best I would like, I would have literally have to put this camera to that TV, this webcam, and the lighting would be off and on, off and on. And if it's just me holding the game, it's like I don't know what I could say. Yeah, here's the game. Yeah, I like it. I wouldn't know what to do. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't know what to do, reviewing a game, because that's an instance where you really like to see footage. And, the best I could do is maybe Nintendo or Super Nintendo, and even then, it's, I'm just, I'm not really that good at doing reviews on video games. There's a lot of people who do better video game reviews than I ever would, so I kind of leave it to them. When you first started reviews, did you think you were going to get this much love and respect from viewers? Not in the least. I didn't expect anything. Believe me, I didn't expect anything. Anything at all. And the fact that so many people write me questions, it's insane in a good way, and it's humbling. And that's mainly why I keep doing this. Because I don't get paid for it. I don't care about being famous. I don't care about getting money. I don't care about any of that. But you guys say nice things about it. That's what keeps me doing it. So it's humbling, and never ever ever thought that would happen. So thank you. Do you feel that Stallone and Arnold being movie studio in is 20 years too late? Part of me wants to say yes, because let's face it, the perfect way would have been 20 years ago, where they're in the best of fitness, and they could actually have like a fight, like a movie fight, like when Vin Diesel and The Rock had to fight in Fast 5. You could put that multiply it to 11. And that's what a Stallone versus Schwarzenegger fight would be. And I think that would have been awesome. That would have been fantastic. And unfortunately, that didn't happen. Which sucks. But the Tomb, who knows how the Tomb will be, but hopefully the Tomb will be good. We'll see what happens. But I do wish, 20 years ago, they could have done a movie together. I think it would have been the perfect time. Do you watch... Oh, sorry. Do you consider George Lucas a sellout? Yeah. I know, I mean, I have nothing against the guy personally, despite my video that I said otherwise. George Lucas, I just don't understand the guy. I don't get him. I don't understand him. I didn't understand how... Basically, if you watch, like, I saw this one called The People versus George Lucas. And it clearly, he wants to erase the original Star Wars versions of Star Wars. The People versus George Lucas is an interesting, if you want to call it, documentary. And I let anyone, I recommend it to anyone. Although at the ending, I think they kind of, it's like they didn't want to pick a side, so they're like, oh no, George Lucas is okay, but then it's like, oh man, they don't nail George, but they didn't. Maybe that was the point, but I don't know. It's like, sometimes I feel like they're a little too lenient on George Lucas, but that's just me. That was my only problem with that, but all people want to see is the original versions on DVD, Blu-ray, looking good. Looking good is not the same thing as changing all the scenes or changing these scenes and putting new scenes in. There's a difference between that and just looking good. Instead of having those one DVDs which they're put to a bonus disc and they look like something out of a laser disc or something like that, and it's like, really, like, this is all people want, and you're like, no, I want them to disappear so that these special editions, when people think of Star Wars, they think of these versions, not these, and then people get mad, and he doesn't give a shit. That's my problem with George. He doesn't give a shit about that. And it's like, then you have people like, well, he shouldn't give a shit. It's his. I know he made it. But then you have people like supporting him saying, he doesn't have to do anything for you. I'm like, you're right. He doesn't have to do anything for me. But how about the thousands of people who agree with my sentiment on that? Or the fact that it'd be so simple. People would do it for free, I guarantee you. Hey, let's restore the original versions of the original Star Wars. And if you put that out, they would sell like that. Like that. And then people are like, well, what about now? Disney has them now. But from what I understand, they don't own the original films. At least they don't own the original Star Wars. I remember reading at one point that 20th Century Fox owns that indefinitely, the original Star Wars. I could be wrong, but from what I heard, they own that first film indefinitely. And you know they're not going to give it up without a fight. But if the day comes, then I'll buy it. Like, I'm not buying... Like, I know I was on a Blog TV. I was talking to... Like, CK from Deadpit had this Blog TV, and I was typing, and he's like, hey, you should get the Blu-ray of Star Wars. I know there's special editions, but they look good. And I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll think about it. And then I thought about it. I'm like, I don't care if they look good. Because they're not... They're the shitty versions. I'll stick with my VHS. I got a VCR. My friend Mike OCP gave me the VCR tapes of the original films. I don't need to see the shitty versions of Star Wars. Even if they look good, they're still the shitty versions. You polish a turd, it's still a turd. You polish bullshit, it's good-looking bullshit, or it's bright bullshit, but it's still bullshit. As in shit in the title. So, sorry. That's what I don't get about George Lucas. That's the thing I don't understand. It's like he knows that he's pissing people off and he doesn't care. And I don't get that at all. Do you watch football and basketball, and if so, what teams do you root for? I don't really watch a lot of sports, but I'd be open to watching basketball. When Michael Jordan was around and they had the Chicago Bulls, because I do have like a DVD set of Michael Jordan, has a bunch of his old stuff that he did on like Jordan Ultimate Jordan thing, but I like that. But out of all of them, I like basketball, but I don't really watch basketball a lot. But like, I'd be open to it if it's like, hey, this what okay. If there was a Cobra remake, which I so hope doesn't happen, who would you like to see as Cobra? Well, like you said, I wouldn't want to see it at all. Um, I guess Thomas Jane. I would not want to see a Cobra remake at all, but if I had to pick one guy, I'd pick Thomas Jane. I'd pick him. What band do you prefer, Beatles or Kiss? I'm more of an AC/DC Aerosmith guy, but between those two, I don't know, I like both of them, but I don't know, Beatles or Kiss, I don't really listen to them a lot, so I wouldn't be able to answer that question fairly. Because with those two, I like some of their songs, but I'm not really a big listener of them, so like, Hey Jude, do 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 do. If I had to pick with my arm twisted, I guess Beatles. But again, I'm more like Aerosmith, AC/DC. Being an Iowa guy myself, would you like to see more movies being filmed in Iowa? Sure, that'd be fine. I think Field of Dreams was Iowa, and Children of the Corn. But yeah, I wouldn't mind more films being filmed in Iowa, sure. Doesn't really affect me one way or the other, but sure. Do you watch pro wrestling like WWE or TNA? Nah, I don't really watch wrestling anymore. I did when I was a kid, but I just sort of lost interest. Really, there's no other reason other than I just lost interest. That's pretty much it. Okay. I'm looking at my time. Say 12, 13, 14, 15. dodokitty14 asks, what do you think of spoof movies like Scary Movie, Epic Movie, etc.? Personally, I find most of them rather bland and unfunny. Yeah, to be honest, yeah. I mean, the spoof movies I remember are Airplane, Airplane 2, the sequel, Hot Shots. My favorites are probably National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1 with Emilio Estevez and Samuel L. Jackson. It would be Hot Shots Part 2 with Charlie Sheen. So National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1, Hot Shots Part 2, and then Airplane and Airplane 2. I think those would be my favorites. Scary Movie 1 and 2, I don't mind. I really don't mind Scary Movie 1 and 2. But 3 and 4 sucked, in my opinion. 5 looks as funny as a funeral. Epic movie, disaster movie, vampires suck my dick. Literally, that's what those movies can do, suck my dick. I think they're unfunny. I think they're cheap. I think they're... I don't know, Scary Movie 1 and 2, for some reason, I just got some laughs out. I think because the Wayne brothers, I had some fun stuff with them. But, like, I don't mind the trailer to a haunted house. I don't mind it. Even if the humor's, like, below average, fart joke stuff. For some reason, I don't mind those actors. Like, I don't mind Marlon Wayans as an actor. Especially seeing stuff like Requiem for a Dream. But, yeah, epic movie, disaster movie, Meet the Spartans. I hate all those movies. I think the same group of people did epic movies. I hate all those movies. I hate them all. Then they're... I like that you do a lot of underrated gems and less well-known films, but I was curious if there was any highly praised big-budget films that you particularly like. Highly praised big-budget films? It depends. Shit, I only have 30 seconds, so I will answer that next time.